that happens na yung mga ibang mga field employees, unfortunately, hindi sila talaga nagro-rota. Tama ba?
Yes, that's the sad reality. Minsan, ayaw nating isipin na pwedeng gawin yon, di ba? Na hindi nasa bahay lang, hindi sila magro-rota, pero magki-claim sila ng attendance or magre-reimburse sila ng expenses. Pero sa totoo lang, hindi talaga pumunta. So,
napag-usapan natin yung digital transformation, why it is important for SMEs. Nasabi na nga natin, it's a matter of survival. And next one siguro, I also want to talk about the common misconceptions when it comes to automation of digital transformation. Kasi maraming mga companies na, yun nga, kabado about digital transformation and also automation.
Yeah, siguro isang common misconception is mahal. Mahal mag-automate. So, ang iniisip parating ako, pag mag-automate ako, dagdag gastos yan. Pero most of the time, since maraming inefficiencies that come with the manual process, when you automate, you're actually able to save more. So, let me give you example. So, meron kaming isang client. So, they have a lot of branches across the Philippines. And lahat ng reports nila, sales and inventory reports, attendance, timesheets, nakapapel yan. So, kinokolekta yan and siniship, no, all the way from all over the Philippines to their head office. Tapos, doon ini-encode. So, if you look at the cost of shipping alone, so, pinapa-LBC nila yan. Ang LBC, isang parcel is around 150 to 200 pesos. So, kung nasa Mindanao pa, mas mahal yun, di ba? Nasa 200 pesos yun. And if you have to do that twice a month, so 150 times 2, kasi kung attendance yan, 15 katapusan, 300 pesos na agad yun. Kung papadala nila yun weekly so that the head office sees the data, more frequently, then 600 pesos yun. And that doesn't include the cost of the encoding. May mga tao na nag-e-encode, yung cost ng mga tao na nagko-collect, hindi pa yun kasama. Plus all the inefficiencies that come with the manual process na ang tagal ng data. So if you can transfer that money towards automation, makikuha mo pa yung data real time. So grabe yung savings nun. So minsan it's just a matter of, parang doing a good payout analysis so that you feel good about investing in automation. Another example siguro na gusto kong ibigay, as I've mentioned, si Tarky is ginagamit ng mga field employees. So, meron kami isang client before Tarky para ma-make sure niya na yung mga tao niya is nagko-cover, nandoon talaga sa area. Nire-require niya na bumili ng up to 20 pesos worth of item, either sa Jollibee, Mercury, 7-Eleven. So, may ganun yun sa policy nila. They have to buy para proof na talaga nandoon sila sa area. So, imaginein mo, ilang areas ang kailangan nilang i-cover sa isang araw. May 20 pesos ng may 20 pesos yun. Tapos, times 5 days a week, di ba? Times 4 weeks a month. So, pag i-compute mo yun, the cost just really adds up. So, when they move to Tarky, biglang ang dali. Kasi nakasave na sila and all the photos pa are tamper-proof. So, meron ng date and time stamp, meron ng GPS stamp. So, yung mga employees nila, actually, winelcome nila yung solution kasi mas napadali pa yung buhay nila as a result of it. So, yun ang sinasabi ko na minsan hesitant yung mga SMEs na mag-invest sa automation kasi worried sila na dagdag gastos yun. Pero, nakakalimutan na merong mga cost inefficiencies na ginagastosan nila ngayon na pwedeng mawala as a result of the technology investment.
Yeah, ang ganda nung mga examples mo, no. So, parang minsan nahahang up tayo as an entrepreneur, 'di ba? Doon sa additional costs. But we don't realize na marami tayong wastage, marami tayong mga kumbaga inefficiencies currently na pwedeng mawala when we implement a project like digital transformation. And of course, hindi lang siguro yung costs, no, even the additional sales,
yes,
additional revenue, etc.
Lahat ng efficiencies pa that come with it.
Yeah. Yung na-mention mo kanina na kumbaga pinapabili ng worth 20 pesos ang item, no, sa Jollibee or sa McDo or sa 7-Eleven. That happens na yung mga ibang mga field employees, unfortunately, hindi sila talaga nagrorota. Tama ba?
Yes, that's the sad reality. So, minsan ayaw nating isipin na pwedeng gawin yon, di ba? Na hindi nasa bahay lang, hindi sila magrorota, pero magki-claim sila ng attendance or magre-reimburse sila ng expenses, pero sa totoo lang hindi talaga pumunta. So, unfortunately, that's a reality. Nangyayari talaga siya. May mga ganong cases. Meron din kaming narinig na ibang horror story sa delivery naman. So, sa delivery, maaga natatapos, pero bago umuwi para i-park yung sasakyan dun sa garahe, magpa-park muna somewhere. Tapos, matutulog.
Mhm.
Tapos, saka pupunta ng office, magki-claim ng overtime. So, nakatulog ka na.
May overtime
nakatulog ka na, may overtime pay ka pa. Yon. And if the company does not have a way to monitor them, so tipong self-declared lang lahat, then madaling-madali na gawin ito sa kanila. And this is one of the, kumbaga, side benefits of technology, no? Kasi with a tool like that, you can be able to promote a culture of transparency and honesty in your organization. Dati sa PNG, tinuturo sa amin, bakit maigpit daw? Bakit may mga controls na nilalagay? Bakit may audit team? Bakit ganon? And they told us, good controls are there to protect our good employees. Kasi if the controls are loose or walang controls at all, even your good employees will be tempted. So kung gusto mong alagaan yung magagaling mong empleyado, i-make sure mo that you have good controls in place in the company. And yun nga, technology can be a tool, an enabler for that.
Yeah. So, kumbaga yung hindi lang itong mga controls in place and technology that we put in sa business, it's also used to protect good employees.
Yes.
Kasi otherwise, matitempt sila, di ba, to do bad things. And I think isa yon as entrepreneur na kailangan nating isipin, di ba, na how can we protect those good employees. Kasi kung sakaling magka-problema, syempre, we have to let them go. And it's a lose-lose situation. Kasi nawalan sila ng trabaho and then at the same time tayo, nawalan din ng isang empleyado na magaling. So that's why we have to look at yung things like controls and technology to as opportunities to really safeguard and protect the employees that we have.
Yeah. And siguro, just to add on to that, no. So as I've mentioned kanina, one of the areas of digital transformation is organizational transformation, cultural transformation. So sabi ko nga, isang tool doon is si O-Learn, the learning management system. And yung isa din is, let's say, work from home. So the reason why we're able to offer a hybrid arrangement for our employees is because we have a tool na ginagamit for work from home. I think nung nag-return to work, maraming companies ang talagang nag-require na 100%, no, bumalik na yung employees nila sa office. And with the traffic in Metro Manila, di ba, minsan sayang din talaga sa oras, sa kapagod. So sa amin, we are able to maintain a hybrid setup because, yun nga, meron kaming tool na ginagamit to ensure that even if our employees are working from home, they're still very productive.